Lose change for getting down. It's Friday and I'm on fire, and I know that I'll break your heart, and I'm sorry, I'm just so tired. These cars are just it, so won't you come?
Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us.
And I'm on fire. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. Welcome to the kitty that's in the background there, and there for Christy Wilson. She's got a nice little kitty there in the background. Her little kitty's making a debut. But anyways, let me introduce to you the people we have with us tonight. That's right. He goes by the name of none other than Crispy Bacon. And if he had a finishing move, we would call it, well, what the heck? We'll call it the sloppy bacon. All right. So, how's it going tonight?
Going good. Hope everyone's having a great night.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. And then, of course, welcome in none other than Christy Wilson. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm back.
Yep, you're back.
Sorry, my mic was off. I was like, wait, where's my mic off? That doesn't make any sense. What the bleep happened here?
How's it going?
Going good. Just at home, hanging out with, there she is right here, kitty cat.
None other than the kitty cat, right?
Yep, and wearing my old Ambrose hat here.
I like it. And then, of course, welcome in none other than Mr. Mess Around Dave. If we had a tag team, we'd be called the Galabarzas. How's it going tonight?
I'm good. You know, it's time to snap into a Slim Jim, brother.
Time to snap into a Slim Jim. Ooh, yeah. How is everyone doing tonight? Of course, it's a fantastic night. You can't complain. I mean, the only thing is like once it hits Sunday, you know, like generally for me, I know that means I have to get up and go to work in the morning. So I guess that's like the only really negative.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I love my job. Just kidding. I love my job. I do. I love my job. I couldn't ask for a better job. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about a little bit of a Monday Night Raw and a little bit of Friday Night SmackDown.
Are you ready?
Are you ready for some times?
I love that song.
Yeah,
They made a smart choice picking AC/DC song for SmackDown.
they do.
They did.
So, how about we go ahead and kick us off here? So, as we know, Monday Night Raw, you know, right off the bat, you saw a little bit of that action of RK Bro. RK Bro came out to start it out, you know, and of course they defended their titles against the Street Profits. And RK Bro again came away with the victory yet again, which I think we already knew that was potentially going to happen. I think we already knew that. But so with that, anyways, Crispy Bacon, did you like this match? Or are you going to pull a Dragon Viper on us? Be like, well, you know, I didn't really care for it. I didn't. Okay.
It was terrible. Terrible. Bathroom break.
That was good. It was a good match.
Okay.
It was a good match. I kind of liked Riddle's promo he did.
Oh yeah, RK Bro 420 said we just smoked your asses.
Right.
Yes, I love it.
I thought that was probably his best promo lately. I mean, they all have been good, but
that was great. So I do say, I saw a comment Somebody left a comment. They were talking about RK Bro, and they were talking about the RKO, and they were actually talking about how they actually feel right now that Matt Riddle actually does the RKO better than Randy Orton himself. And I'm like, wait, what? How can
What?
How can the fighter of RKO do worse than somebody that picked it up from him? I don't know. I don't agree with that one.
No, I don't either.
They must be smoking the Shanky.
Shanky!
Hey! Shanky, you know what?
Shanky.
Smoking the
Shanky for
Shanky.
a little while. I'm kind of disappointed that Shanky hasn't been there.
Yeah.
But, Christy, tell us your thoughts on this tag team match, RK Bro and the Street Profits.
Pretty damn good match. I mean, I did like Chris. I love that promo Riddle did. RK Bro 420 said, "We just smoked your asses," and man, that's the truth in this match. Definitely.
That was nice.
That was really good.
We just
Love
smoked.
it. Woo! Even Randy Orton loved it when Riddle said it. He's like, yeah!
All right, mess around, Dave. How about you?
Oh, I love the match. And Street Profits, I love watching those guys. They need the titles back, but as long as RK Bros still together, they're not going to get them. I did read a thing on one of the spoiler alert things. Corey Graves said something in the match that was interesting. He said RK Bro misfired, and they've never done that before. Usually, when the announcers say that term, that's when a team is getting ready to split up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But
and then Randy Orton went on Raw Talk, and he was telling Riddle, "Hey, man, you do Killer doing the RKO and stuff, but that's my move. You need to go back to doing the Bro Derek because the RKO is mine, and everybody knows me for that."
All right.
you know what I think,
So,
though?
Oh my God.
You really want to know what I think about this? Honestly.
Honestly.
Yeah.
it
It doesn't matter what I think.
I was thinking that.
It doesn't matter what you think.
But anyways, my personal thought on this is because, when it comes to it, and you talk about like the split between RKO or RK Bro, when you talk about the split between RK Bro, I personally see at some point, I actually think that if anybody turns, if WWE did it right, Matt Riddle would actually turn. And the reason why I'm saying that I think it would be better if Matt Riddle turned because Matt Riddle could come out and be like, you know what, Randy, I'm tired of kind of living in your coattails. Everyone talks about you. Everyone talks about how you make this tag team. So Riddle could actually turn and kind of make that split.
That would make sense because lately everybody's been saying Randy, he's getting all the adulation and
Yeah, they think he's the one who's going to turn if Riddle turns. It'll be definitely shocking.
Well, yeah, it'll be shocking, but I'm saying though, if they went the right direction with it, it would definitely be Matt Riddle doing the turn, and really because everybody always expects Randy Orton to do that turn. Everybody always expects him. Oh, he's going to turn on his tag team. But if you go the opposite direction with it and go Matt Riddle, it would kind of change everything.
Yeah,
I've been saying that since day one, since we talked about their split, that I think it's going to be Riddle that turns.
Yeah,
but it would make sense. It definitely would make the most sense if he made the turn.
Yeah.
But
I think it's Orton and Riddle, both who do not want to break up. They're saying, no, we are super over with people. Have you seen all the RK Bro merch being worn by the fans and everything like that? And I don't think they want to break up, and they're fighting to make sure they don't do it.
Yeah, they don't. And I actually read an interesting report, though, that because, we know about that title unification match that's taken this week on SmackDown. I read a kind of an interesting report on that, saying that WWE right now still does not plan to actually unify the tag team titles. So that's why I'm saying I think something next Friday. What's up, William Hudson? We hope you're having a great night.
Hey.
I'm still thinking something next Friday. The match is going to end in
Roman.
a DQ or whatever, to where the belts are not going to change hands, and then they're going to continue to put it off, because right now, from what I read, is they have no plans to right now to unify those tag team titles because of how hot selling items RK Bro is and the Usos are at this time. So
Right.
they kind of don't want to do that right
Mhm.
now.
But at the same time, like Dave was saying, they're kind of hinting at a split.
They are, but I'm telling you, I think if they do the split, I think it'll be somewhere around like SummerSlam or Survivor Series or somewhere
One or
like
the
that.
other.
Yeah, when the split actually happens.
Yeah.
I think what they're going to do is they're going to set up for Randy Orton and Reigns to go at it for one of the titles.
I
Yeah.
heard both of them.
Well, yeah,
like,
Eh,
at
Yeah.
some point.
Kind of an interesting thing that I read too, and I'll kind of get your guys' comments on this one too, as I'm kind of searching around, and I'm seeing that Money in the Bank is coming up,
Ooh,
and
yes.
the names that people were talking was like Cody Rhodes. Okay, but let me clarify something really quick before I jump into that, because everyone was talking about how, Cody Rhodes was saying that if you win Money in the Bank, you main event WrestleMania. No. If you
cashed in.
If you cashed in, yes.
what he said the Money in the Bank winner has a chance at main eventing WrestleMania.
Oh, okay.
He
Kind
said
of clarifying what he said.
So basically, he's saying if you cash it in, you can main event Mania. That's what he's saying. He never said that you main event Mania. He's just saying that you have a chance of doing it if you win.
Right.
So I think people just took it out of context and
Right.
they thought,
I
wait,
know I did.
it changes? It changed? And it's like, no. It didn't change. It's still the same. He's just saying you have a chance of doing it. Even if you cash it in at like the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
and
there you
win the Royal Rumble, you can go on to Mania and main event Mania. So that's why he's saying you have a chance. It's not a for sure thing.
No, not a certainty at all.
Yeah, but I think that's where kind of people got confused. They took it out of context.
Yeah.
But speaking of Money in the Bank, where I was going with this was from what I read, because we knew that the certain names that were being thrown around for like Money in the Bank winner, we saw Cody Rhodes.
Yep.
But I saw one that was really interesting when I saw that WWE was debating about that. They're saying they could go that route. I'm like, that would be insane. They were talking about having Jimmy Uso actually win Money in the Bank.
Ooh.
And it would like cause this big
rip in the bloodline. Oh my god.
And then cash in on Roman.
And then he yells out, I'm the new tribal chief now.
Okay, here's a thought.
Me.
Here's a thought. Say Roman and Rock happens.
Yes.
Jimmy Uso has the briefcase. Make a triple threat.
Ooh.
I think you'd be cashing afterwards.
Right.
Yeah, I really think it would. And from what I read, that's still currently the plans, is that Vince still has planned for Roman and Rock at Mania. That's been the plans for like the last like 2 years, but it's supposed to be like The Rock and Roman at Mania, and then on the women's side, the big one on the women's side is supposed to be Becky versus Ronda. And that's what they want at Mania.
I think with Rock versus Roman, there should not be a title on the line. There should not be, in my opinion. It should be who's the real head of the table, who's the real tribal chief, who do you really acknowledge?
Yeah, but I get what you're saying, but it does make sense to actually have the title on the line, though, because if you have the title on the line, then it would be if Rock won, then obviously, you have somebody cash in or whatever. But if Roman wins, then Roman drops it, pretty quickly after that. So,
or the Money in the Bank briefcase winner cashes in on Roman. It could actually go either way.
It could.
I just don't think a title should be on the line when it comes to Roman versus The Rock.
But
I don't know.
It's
If
just
you
me,
put the
though.
titles online, then they could really say you acknowledge me because I got the titles.
Maybe.
yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. That's why I said it can kind of go either way when you think about it. But there's no way. I'm telling you, there's no way Roman is losing both belts before Mania. There's no way. He could potentially lose one, but I don't think he's gonna lose both.
Which one?
He definitely would not lose the Universal because he's
I would almost think that would be the belt he would lose because he's held it the longest.
Yeah, but he's trying to break
Yeah,
the record.
but he wants to keep that streak going.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I'm trying to think, what is the? I think he's already shattered the record unless there's one that I don't know about.
So Will saying that Rock has been said to be the greatest superstar in the history of WrestleMania.
I don't doubt that at all.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
I mean, I feel like he's not wrong.
I'm with him 100% on that one.
Because he's defeated the greatest at WrestleMania. That's true as well.
But mess around, if you think about it, though, they also put Shawn Michaels up there, though, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they call
Hogan.
Because they call Michael Mr.
Austin.
WrestleMania.
Here we go.
Austin's there.
Yeah.
Cena. I mean, you have
Hogan.
like,
I mean, that's a great debate.
Yeah.
You know, you can debate about that all night long. Who's the greatest? Because they're all up there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they definitely are. That's a tough one.
It is.
Because look, as much as I'll sit here and tell you, like, as much as I really didn't care for technically John Cena's wrestling skills when he was there, I can't knock on what the guy did. I really can't. Like, when he was there in his time, I can't knock on anything he did because the dude was absolutely incredible. So
Shut up, Brandon.
Shut up, Brandon. Yeah, so Will is saying those are the ones he's beat at Mania.
Right.
With Cena, Hogan, Austin. Yeah, he beat them, but Hogan's definitely not one that I would put up there for
Probably
the
not.
greatest WrestleMania guy.
Wasn't Hogan like well past his prime when he and Rock faced off?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that
it
was
was.
still a very iconic match.
Yeah,
That was
it
still a
was.
very iconic match.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was still an amazing match. And Austin, of course, the Rock finally got his revenge on Austin and finally was able to beat Austin at Mania.
Yeah.
But the other two times, you know, Austin beat the Rock. So
Yeah.
that mess around, though, you're right. Like, that's a debate that could actually go on for a very, very long time.
Days, weeks on end.
That, you know, who is the greatest? Because if you're talking about one of the greatest WrestleMania performers of all time, how could you not throw The Undertaker in there? Because of
It'd be
the
blasphemous if you don't put in the Undertaker.
The Undertaker's iconic streak. How could you not throw him out?
And wrestlers did not like to follow his matches because they were so great and it's hard and tough to follow.
Very true.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Like he had one against Triple H in a WrestleMania card that kind of sucked. It was Undertaker versus Triple H. That was actually a really, really good match. I think it was like, was it WrestleMania 27 maybe? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
right around there.
But when you think about it, though, if you think about it, though, like, people respected Taker so much that people actually didn't want to beat him at Mania. Like, people were like, no, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Edge.
Well, yeah, Brock Lesnar did. But...
Yeah,
CM Punk didn't want to do it.
No.
Randy Orton didn't want to do it.
Nope.
There was several guys. They even tried to get Mark Henry in that one casket match at WrestleMania to do it, and Mark Henry didn't want to do it.
I don't
So
blame
there were
him.
several guys who were like, no, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's so iconic. It's like, yeah, I wouldn't want to be the guy.
No.
So Brandon saying, so how did HBK get named Mr. WrestleMania if we're saying The Rock is the greatest? You know what? We're not saying that The Rock is the greatest. We're saying that you could talk about this. We're saying people are out there saying that The Rock is the greatest WrestleMania of all time.
Right.
But the point I did bring up was Shawn Michaels. I said he was labeled Mr. WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So we're talking about these guys that you could potentially name as the greatest performers at WrestleMania. And then Will saying Hogan has 8 Mania wins. Other than Taker, it's hard to find someone else with that many wins.
It is. It really is. I mean, I can't honestly name anyone else with more wins than Taker or Hogan. I can't.
So William saying because of the quality of his matches, however, he lost more Mania matches than he ever won. So I kind of get where Will's going on that. He's saying the quality of The Rock's matches were better than the quality of like anybody else's matches at Mania. But he is The Rock.
He's The Rock. He's the people's champ.
So Will
The Rock is
Shawn
cooking.
lost almost every WrestleMania match ever.
What? Wait a minute.
Yeah,
But no, that last Ric Flair match that was not at WrestleMania, was it?
It wasn't Mania, but no. That's why he's saying almost. He didn't lose them all, almost.
Because I was trying to think. Wait a minute, didn't Shawn Michaels win at WrestleMania in Ric Flair's last match of his career?
Yeah, Shawn beat Flair in his last match when
that kind of goes on. Yeah, those iconic words before he hit sweet chin music on him. I love you. I'm sorry.
So I just pulled up the most wins at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Undertaker 25-2. Triple H 10-13.
Oh, not bad.
Randy Orton 8-10. Kane 8-9.
Oh boy.
Shawn Michaels 6-11. Cena 10-5. The Big Show 4-11.
Wow.
Bret Hart's 8-6. Jericho 5-9, and Eddie Guerrero 8-5. Or no, Edge is 8-5.
Oh,
sorry.
And two of Undertaker's losses came against Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns.
Oh yeah,
Hogan was 8.
Yeah, I watched that one where he put his boots and his hat and stuff in the middle of the ring, and he walked away, and the lights went out. It was like that was like the coolest ending to a WrestleMania I've ever honestly seen.
What's up, Mr. M?
Hulk Hogan's record was 8-3-1 at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but when you think about like John Cena, of course he's gonna have a record of 10-5.
Yeah,
like he was on that streak for a while to where he like barely ever lost, and so it was Big Match John or Super Cena.
Super Cena.
The Super Cena that. The Super Cena, like, never lost.
Randy Savage was 7-4.
Oh, really? Wow. Ooh, yeah.
Well, yeah. So but it's hard to go, off records because you really do have to like compare quality of matches.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and when Shawn is anywhere near that list, but it's called Mr. Mania.
Oh God.
Well,
good comment by Big B here. Overall, the fans are undefeated in Mania.
That's true.
That's true. It is true.
So, let me ask you this because we got in a discussion about this on there too.
Mm-hmm.
I know where I would go with it. I know where Will and Joe and a few others would go with it because they've already stated their answer.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious where you guys would go with this because everybody talks about the greatest male wrestler of all time. But if you had to think about it, who was the greatest female wrestler of all time and current? Mess around. Who would you go with on this for like the greatest female wrestler?
God, I hate the shit out of this chick, but I really can't stand this chick, but I gotta give her props too. It's Charlotte Flair.
Thank you.
Woo!
Thank you. Yeah.
I would agree with that.
You know what though? We actually had this debate. I was talking with Will and Joe about this too. And the thing is like, yeah, people can come out and talk about how you hate on Charlotte Flair. Because people hate on Charlotte Flair. I get it. But how can you come out here and not, and I mean absolutely not, consider Charlotte Flair one of the best women wrestlers to ever step foot in a ring? I mean, every time she's in the ring, she puts on a show. I mean,
You're not wrong. I mean, I can't stand her, but I got to give her props. She is that damn good.
I'm the same way.
Like, all bias aside, it's like, how can you not be like, okay, yeah, she's probably the greatest women's wrestler of all time? It would be hard not to say that.
Right. I mean, I'm with Dave on this one. You know, I will never deny that Charlotte's really good in the ring. She just bugs me. And I think if her last name was not Flair, if she wasn't Ric Flair's daughter, I think she would have even with the talent that she has, I think it would be just much harder for her to be as successful as she is now.
Well, I don't know. The only reason I'm saying anything is simply because I'm thinking the reason why people hate on Flair is because possibly of her last name.
Yeah.
And thinking
That's it right there.
and thinking that she like gets what she wants because of Rick. But in all honesty, I think if she did not have the last name of Flair, people would actually look at her and respect her and be like, wow, she is talented. I think people would actually see how talented she actually was if she wasn't associated to Rick, to be perfectly honest.
And we ain't saying technically her last name isn't Flair.
Well, her last part of her ring name is Flair, similar to her dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the last part of her ring name is not her actual last name.
But this is where, hey, what's up, Steven? Antonio is saying aloha from Hawaii. So
aloha.
We hope you're having a great night. But yeah,
we got way off topic. What's that second match?
I know it's fine. But Brandon's saying I would put Sable, Kelly, Chyna, Stephanie McMahon, Trish, Lita before her. No way. Stephanie McMahon?
I wouldn't put Stephanie on that list. I mean, Chyna, yes. Trish, yes. Lita, yes. Not Stephanie.
Kelly, really?
I can't even.
Kelly was that great.
I can't even put. I can't put Sable in front of Charlotte Flair.
No way.
No way. I can't put Sable in front of her.
Why put Sable?
I think he's messing with
I can't put Kelly in
Brandon throws shade for sure.
You could put AJ Lee before Charlotte. At least I think you can.
Well,
would you guys do it?
No. Okay, hold on. So if we're talking about like people like maybe personality wise to where people would like more, yes. But if you're talking about like the greatest women's performer of all time, it's Charlotte. I mean, it's Charlotte because of what she does. There's nobody that can do what Charlotte does in the ring on the women's side. There's nobody that can do that.
You're not wrong.
Huh?
You're not wrong.
Oh wait, are we talking in ring or looks?
No, because the list
I
would be
know
totally
Dave's
different.
thinking.
You all know that for me.
Yeah,
It's all about the looks.
I know the list would be completely different because Mr. Mess Around would have a completely different list. And so, thank you, Will. That's where I was going with that too. Is that Sable was successful for her like body and Playboy and stuff like that.
Right.
Sable was not like a successful women's wrestler that you would think about. So
She never was.
like,
You just saw TNA.
Yeah, I mean, you can't even put Sable in that conversation.
Nope.
No.
He wasn't the first one to pose for Playboy, though.
No, but let me ask you this, though, because now, Christy, I don't know. I know you're talking about maybe you would consider putting maybe AJ Lee up there, but what women's wrestler has carried more matches and any other women in a match than Charlotte Flair?
I'm not denying that for 1 second. It's
Charlotte
Charlotte.
Flair has
But
carried
then
so many
again,
other
like
women.
Steven here says, I say Trish on the list, everyone else on the list, no.
Well,
I mean, I would put Trish on that list. I mean, she started out as a valet, but worked her way up to becoming a successful wrestler to where she's in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, right. Trish is talented. Okay. Now Lita, as far as overall like
Ooh,
moving
Lita.
and like flips and stuff, yeah, she was talented.
Incredible.
I still
And Charlotte's up here. Everybody else is down below my screen.
right. But Sheets is saying, I'm sorry, China did a lot of stuff before anyone.
Held the Intercontinental title.
Well, yeah.
Only woman to do it.
I
think that was a fluke, though.
I mean, I'm not saying that China wasn't talented.
Oh,
I'm
she
just
was
saying
good.
I'm just saying, could China really carry matches as far as
Maybe. I don't really know. Not sure.
No. Welcome in, Chuck Hoffman. He's saying, looking good, guys. What's up, Chuck? We hope you're having a great. Hey, congratulations on the Oregon Cougars getting the win there, sir.
Yeah.
We're happy for you. So there you go. All right. Yeah, so that's kind of been one of those debates that we were talking about the other day, and I know that we kind of got off topic, and that's okay. You know, that's what the show's about. Just kind of, yeah, the show's just about kind of getting off topic here, but you know, we can talk about a few other things that we kind of see that people are talking about here that are kind of coming up. A big one is that we know that, you know, Roman was pulled off the card for Hell in a Cell, won't be wrestling at Hell in a Cell. There's a lot of speculation on the reason for it. And some of the speculation that I read for Roman getting pulled off the card was simply because they want to see if they don't have Roman on a card, if anybody else can kind of step up in that spotlight and kind of show what they have and be like, okay, this individual could go against Roman and move the needle like Roman does. That's
like the shirt says.
That's the hardest thing.
Exactly like what his shirt says. Roman has a shirt that says needle mover. That's on sale.
As much as you hate the guy, you have to respect him. I mean,
I hate the shit out of Roman, but dude, that guy is turning complete 360. Like, I acknowledge that.
The hell out of him, but
yeah,
I will never deny that his heel turn has been fabulous, brilliant.
It was needed and it worked out perfect.
It was necessary for him to turn heel.
That saved him with the fans.
Yes.
That heel turn.
Now he's like over with the fans.
Saved him with the fans.
That was what was best for business.
That saved him. And now the needle goes. Now he like moves that needle, and I think he's
You want to talk about potential needle movers?
Yeah.
Here's a guy. Austin Theory. I love this guy. He's got so much talent. I think he's a future champion. I mean, this guy's got, man, he's good on the mic. He's got the skills. I think he can do it. Maybe not on Roman's level, but
no,
give him a year or two, and I think he can get there.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
give him time.
People can hate on Theory if they want, but he's talented. He is talented in the ring.
Sorry, I keep calling him Austin.
Don't worry. Oh, you can.
William saying, however, without Heyman, he doesn't amount to much. And look, I'm not denying that maybe. Well, no, it was Heyman that helped Roman's career, that kind of made him where he was. Roman needed that guy. Roman needed Heyman to kind of elevate his career, and he did that. Heyman's like a guy that you can see that you're like, oh, this guy needs help. Let's go ahead and stick him with Heyman. This guy needs help. Let's stick him with Heyman.
I'd like to see Heyman work with a woman.
Yeah, back when all these people were booing Roman and stuff, you and I had talked multiple times about how he needed a guy like Heyman to carry him and be his mouthpiece.
Oh,
and then
absolutely.
he finally did it.
And he did. Absolutely. It's like we were talking about with Omos, when Omos was like by himself and he was talking, and we're like, Omos needs a mouthpiece, and they gave him a mouthpiece.
And
now if there's one other person that I said needs a mouthpiece right now, and that mouthpiece would be Ronda Rousey.
I heard that.
Which I don't know if
anybody
saw this. Which I don't know if anybody saw this, but Paige actually left a tweet out there, and and showed a picture of Ronda, and Paige is like, need a manager? Question mark. And so everyone's like, is Paige trying to talk about how she wants to come out because she can't?
Ooh.
Is she wants to come out and be a manager for Ronda Rousey?
She could be
Would
the
be the
female
first
version of
time.
Heyman.
Wouldn't be the first time she did it.
No,
I think Paige would be great.
she can
doing
cut a
that.
promo. Really good talker.
Brandon says, I need a mouthpiece.
I've always seen mouthpiece.
I need a mouthpiece. You know
Ace
what,
is not. No.
Brandon, let me ask you something. Do you know what happens? Do you know what happens when people make comments
I
like
knew
that?
you were going with this. I was going to say too.
He's going there. He's
Do
so
you know what
going there.
happens? If you really want to know what happens, I'll tell you.
Go on.
Right. You just made the list. That's
I
what
knew
happened.
that was coming. I was going to say
We
it
needed
too.
that so bad. You just made the list.
So I'm just saying, that's what happens.
True.
Don't do it again.
Or you'll end up on the list again.
Yeah.
You'll lay the smackdown and you can't.
So
Oh Lord.
So did anybody see the flyer that one of the next pay-per-views that they're having too is a clash?
The castle thing.
Clash
Clash
at
at
the Castle
Yeah.
in
Clash at the
September.
Castle. Which I think that's where you'll end up seeing like Drew McIntyre versus
Roman.
because it shows Roman on the flyer with Drew McIntyre.
Drew with the
So-
sword.
Right? Yeah.
Making
So
me think, is it in Scotland or something like that?
No,
I
it's
don't know.
England.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
Britain.
England. Okay.
Yeah. England.
Jolly old England.
Yeah. Cheerio. All right.
Cheerio.
But
Hello, London.
so getting on to our next thing here, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about this rivalry that we see going between Judgment Day, and then now we're seeing AJ Styles and Finn Balor.
You sweet.
And I'm telling you, and we all know that Liv is going to be joining this too. And I'm actually
Bullet
definitely
Club for life.
I'm actually definitely excited to see this. I think though, at the next pay-per-view, I do believe that Finn and Styles and Liv will probably end up finally getting a win on this. I think that
Please.
I think they will. I think they will end up getting the win.
Anybody needs a win. It's my girl Liv. She needs a win.
She'll get one. She'll get one. You know that she'll get one. And we know that we pretty much feel like right now at Hell in a Cell, another match is going to be Cody versus Seth, probably inside of Hell in a Cell. I think that's probably where it goes.
I can see it now.
You think Seth finally gets a win?
Nope.
I think, I
Yeah.
do think that this time I think Seth finally gets the win.
He's
Yeah.
doing those
I
kinds of
can't see
matches.
him having Cody beating him 3 times in a row, but
Huh?
I can't see him having Cody win 3 in a row.
So Steven's saying generation-wise, this is just me. Moolah
Moolah.
1950 to 1980, 1990. Who made an impact? Trish, 2000, Charlotte, present. What is your thoughts? Well, Charlotte definitely makes that impact now. In the Attitude Era, yeah, I was probably Trish and Lita, I would say. And you could even throw China out there too. Those are the 3 that I would put out there. And then Owie Sheets is saying that they should have given Liv a belt a long time ago.
I
Yes.
agree. It should have.
Agreed. My girl strap.
I know that's your girl there, Dave. That's your girl. And then William saying Cody was, and always will be a lower card wrestler. He used to be, but the thing is Cody's not that guy anymore. Like
He's different.
Cody is a different guy that's actually elevated himself.
He's evolved. I'll just put it that way.
He really has. I think the reason why some people think that that potentially that maybe he's that lower card guy because it kind of left a bad taste in their mouth last time he left, and so I think that's kind of why. And
Yeah.
so,
But he needed to leave at during that time period because he wasn't going anywhere in WWE at the time. He needed to leave.
So Will saying Ace-O-Mania, we need this crew added to Tuesday nights. Yeah. Big crew. All right. Yeah, so
Sweet.
we're going to talk about that potential, match card that we see so far for Hell in a Cell. I think we all, see Judgment Day being going up against Finn, AJ Styles, and Liv Morgan. That'll be a match. I don't know if it'll be like elimination match or just a 6-man tag. But there is speculation that's saying potentially either Finn Balor or Ciampa joins
Judgment Day. No.
Judgment Day.
I think
Most
Ciampa-
likely person I think does that is Ciampa. I can't see Finn doing it.
No.
I can't see Finn doing it. I think Ciampa's going to do it. I don't think Finn will do it.
Or maybe
What?
Go ahead. Or maybe AJ and Finn lose and then Finn gets upset and joins Judgment Day.
I don't know, because I'm telling you, I think they're onto something with AJ Styles and Finn Balor.
Yeah.
I think they're
Maybe
on.
that
They're onto something.
Bullet Club.
By that.
That
Bullet Club
also-
connection, I think.
I also heard Edge's wife could be.
Oh,
Beth Phoenix?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I could definitely.
Maybe her too.
Well, she could end up joining, but I don't really know why she would though. Like they have Rhea now, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
but-
see the
but
point of it
Rhea-
though.
Rhea said she either wants to have a match against her or have her part of the team.
Yeah, but I don't think it would make any sense to have Beth
No.
against her, especially if they're on the same team. That definitely.
I'm saying if she's not part of the team, then go on, face off 1-on-1.
And then Steven saying Beth joins Finn and AJ Styles.
Should she be doing this?
They're just words.
Dude, sweet.
It's
I don't
not
know.
a prediction. It's
a spoiler.
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 spoiler. It's not a prediction. It's a spoiler.
Yeah, it's a
So-
spoiler.
My question is for you guys. So you
Mhm.
saw that Alexa Bliss returned.
Yep.
Yeah, with
Oh,
her
Yeah.
Ooh.
But who do you guys feel is going to challenge Bianca? Who's going to be her next challenger?
Asuka.
Probably Asuka.
I think it's gonna be
well,
triple threat with Becky and Asuka.
You know what? I really think it is too because you know that Becky Lynch wants a shot,
Mhm.
Asuka wants a shot, and so and you saw that Becky Lynch interfered
Yeah.
to kind of cost Asuka. So
Mhm.
I'm right there with you. I do believe it's going to end up being that triple threat match.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
Right.
High possibility there.
And so William saying Rhea and Liv need the women's belts. I think Rhea will get it back at some point, and potentially Liv might get the title at some point. I don't know.
If they do another draft, you can have Liv on SmackDown. She can challenge for the SmackDown title. It's a possibility, but who knows?
I heard the draft may be coming this
What do you
year.
guys?
What?
What do you guys think of Raquel Rodriguez against Ronda? That was amazing, wasn't it?
That's cool.
It was. Now Steven's saying Asuka makes sense.
It does.
Asuka does
She
make
does.
sense because she was coming back, but it's gonna be
I think it's Asuka.
because Alexa's back though too. We could potentially see
Fatal 4-Way.
Alexa. No,
Possibility.
not a fatal 4-way. I'm just saying that she can kind of build her way back into the title picture. Right now, we're still not sure exactly what's going to happen with Ronda, but it would not surprise me if like a returning Bailey ends up coming out and like ends up challenging Ronda.
Well, that's what I thought when she
That's
said
the
about
that's the
Ronda.
highest that's the
Challenge.
highest likely scenario that's going to happen. Is Bailey comes back and challenges Ronda.
When she came out and said she's doing an open challenge, I thought Bailey was going to come out.
And then Raquel, I almost want to call her Raquel
So,
Gonzalez,
well, yeah,
but no.
I think right now on SmackDown, when you look at the women's side, because of how, technically Sasha and technically Naomi are technically SmackDown, but they're going back and forth because
Right.
they have the belts. But technically, when you look at the women's side on SmackDown, really the only ones that I could foresee actually going up against Ronda that would actually kind of make a good match was a returning Bailey. They could potentially do that, which I think would be good. But and people can hate on me if they want, but I actually think Shayna versus Ronda would actually be.
I want that match.
Yeah.
I do. I want to see Shayna versus Ronda. I really do want to see that match.
As long as you put a cage around the ring.
Huh?
As long as you put a cage around the ring. You
Oh
can do
yeah,
it
I'm
that
just
way.
saying, I want to see that match.
Yeah, for sure.
And so Steven saying Bliss is on the bubble with I have a feeling she will be moving to SmackDown. Which
Possibly.
if she does move to SmackDown, then she could challenge Ronda.
Right.
There you
Well,
go.
why not? Because Lacey Evans is now part of Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So she's over there too, which at some point I feel like they're like stacking more of the women's wrestlers that they use more on Raw than they have them on SmackDown.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense because they got more time. They have an extra hour.
Where SmackDown is just 2 hours.
Yeah. So right now I'm kind of stuck with I believe it could be Raquel that could continue this feud with Ronda. It was kind of weird on SmackDown though to see Shotzi and Aliyah.
Aaliyah.
Yeah, Aaliyah backstage going, "Hey, I wanted that shot," and I'm sitting there going, "Well, I don't think either of them
Not
can
likely.
stand up to Ronda. I don't think that they can."
All right
Their
now.
arms would just get snapped off.
Aaliyah is just still too new yet. She needs a
Mhm.
little bit more work. Now, Shotzi, I think could. She hasn't really been used much, but I think Shotzi's talented. We just haven't
Yeah.
really seen
Give her
Didn't
back her
Ronda
helmet,
make
give her
her,
back
uh,
her tank, and
Yeah. what.
Didn't Ronda make her tap out in like a minute, 13 seconds or something like that?
she
Yeah.
might have.
So that doesn't really make sense having those two fight if she tapped her out that quick.
So OE Sheets is saying Shotzi could do it. I really
think she
think I really think she could because she is talented, and so they would really have to build up Shotzi. I just feel like there's a better variety of the women on the Raw side,
Mm-hmm.
so it's so. So Steven's saying Shotzi got to do something before being released. Potentially.
Oh, please.
I
I
heard
don't-
they're coming.
Oh,
think that
God.
they're
I don't want them to happen.
Well, it's the 90-day releases that people are talking about. It's for NXT.
I thought they had a 30-day no-compete clause for NXT.
No, what they're doing is they're giving like 90-day if they sign them in NXT, they give them 90 days to see if they improve what it is on that 30-day thing is that you're talking about. It's like
Yeah.
if they get called up to like the main roster and within 30 days if they don't improve, they either get sent back down or they get released. And so I think another one, and I think Dave would actually be pretty excited about this, that I think eventually you might get seen called up to the main roster.
Oh, Cameron Grimes, come on, say it.
No, not Cameron Grimes. Well, at some point,
One of
maybe.
them.
But
You
Toxic
talking Mandy
Attraction.
Rose, my other girl?
Toxic Attraction.
Talk Mandy's group,
Mandy
Toxic
Rose, you talking
Attraction.
about- Yeah, I'd love to see her
Toxic
back up.
Attraction.
And call up all three of them.
I think,
Mandy, JC, and Gigi.
right?
But I want to see Cameron Grimes on the main roster.
To the moon.
Well, before we do get to that point to where we run out of time because we're talking about this, and a name just popped into my head, and I want to see if you guys thought that this was funny about SmackDown. The two was when Sami Zayn came out, and he's like, I'm a locker room leader. I'm coming out here and delivering messages. And Randy's like, oh, that's perfect then, because if you make decisions for the bloodline,
oh my god,
then you can wrestle Riddle here, and if Riddle wins, then we get our match.
That was awesome. That was great.
It happened.
That was
Sami's
great.
sucking up to the bloodline. Oh, jeez.
Sami Zayn is that guy, though. It's so funny.
The other funny part on SmackDown was when Drew Gulak was talking to can't remember who he's talking to, but he's like, yeah, I'm going to show Walter. I'm going to tell him next time I see him. Then he turns the corner and he says, Walter, what were you going to tell me?
Right?
Walter.
Sammy's just like, I'm telling you, like, Sammy's just so funny, though.
Yeah, he is.
Paul, I have to know. Does Roman Reigns know that I acknowledge him and I'm really trying? Roman Reigns respects you.
Nah, Roman doesn't respect you. He just wants to beat you up when you're of no use to him anymore.
Yeah.
Like, get out of here, worm.
I like it though. So mess around. Steven's answering your question saying no, Grimes not yet. I like him in NXT. I think Grimes will be in NXT for a little bit right now because he is the North American champ.
Yeah.
So I think he will be there. I can't wait until Solo Sikoa ends up getting called up from NXT and joining the Bloodline.
Oos.
And it's awesome when you watch NXT and the fans go oos. Oos.
That's so cool. And I did read this one thing that Jimmy Uso said the likelihood of his wife Naomi joining the Bloodline highly
Could
likely,
happen.
according to him.
Because at some point it's going to happen because Naomi's saying I can't wait for it to happen.
Yeah.
And so,
Wouldn't she have to turn on Sasha first for it to happen, or can Sasha just join her?
That or lose the belt.
yeah,
Or both.
I think they could end up like losing the belt at some point, and then Sasha goes like her separate ways, and then Naomi joins the Bloodline or whatever, and then Solo Sikoa at some point gets called up. Oos! 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 Oos!
Oos.
The Bloodline versus Judgment Day.
It'd be like the Shield versus the Wyatt family, but I think this one would be even better.
Yeah.
You know, like, what I really want to see is I want to see, like, Legacy 2.0 versus Bloodline. So I want to see, like, Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton and Matt Riddle versus the Bloodline.
Nightmare Arcade, bro.
I would love that. That would be
K-Mick Bro.
Huh?
K-Mick Bro.
K-Mick
Or K-Mick Bro, I should say.
K-Mick bro. I don't know.
Oh,
It just sounds funny.
now I have that stuck in my head. Oos.
Oh, no.
Oh. Yeah, like I was actually expecting like Solo Sikoa at one point to like win the NXT championship or something.
I think he was going for the North American title.
He was, but I'm saying like I still think at some point if he goes for the NXT belt and wins it, he comes out on like SmackDown and he's like, now the Bloodline has all the belts.
Right? That'd be cool.
That would be nice.
Which
The tag
actually
team
got me-
unification.
huh?
Oh
The
god.
tag team unification.
Yeah, I was
The
just
title
saying,
unification.
it actually shocked
NXT.
me so far that they haven't actually fast tracked Solo Sikoa up there yet. That's what
Maybe he said he wasn't ready. I don't know.
That's true. Maybe he's not ready yet.
he
He
may
wants
not
to establish himself in NXT first before he decides to make that jump to the main roster.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for him right now because he's riding the coattails of the Usos.
Well, his problem is he doesn't have a daddy named Ray. They could just put him up there like Dominic.
Hello.
right?
What's up, guys?
What's up?
BB.
Not much.
Oos.
Enjoying the show. Just got off of work. Thought I'd jump out for the last few minutes.
Yeah,
Cool.
and then Steven saying with Naomi with the women's belt. Yeah.
There you
And
go.
then,
and then you can say they
and
have
then
all
the
the gold.
bloodline would have all the titles.
All the gold.
So
Well, one of them will have to go after the 24/7 belt.
Well, that's why you bring up the young Uso that's down in NXT.
I can't see
Solo.
it happening.
it's Solo Sequoia, but
Yeah.
but we're talking about you put him after the NXT championship, he wins that, he shows up on SmackDown, Naomi has the women's title,
Right.
and then they go, now the bloodline has all the belts.
We have all the
Yeah.
gold.
That's right. We have all of it now. It's all
All of
there. I think at some point he will be there. I'm actually waiting for Braun Breaker at some point to get called up too.
Oh.
Hmm.
He'll probably be on Raw if
Maybe.
he is drafted.
I don't know. Braun still looks a little, as they call it, green to me.
Mhm.
You know.
He does, but he's
He's
attractive.
got the name. Don't get me wrong.
He's really good.
I still think Braun Breaker should not be called Braun Breaker. He should be called Steiner.
Oos.
Oos.
Name.
Oos.
I like don't get me wrong, Dave. I like the Braun Breaker name. I just, he came up using Steiner, and then they changed it when he was on NXT. I mean,
Maybe it was his idea to change it.
Well,
it was his idea, yes.
Yeah.
Well, yes, it was his idea because, and I kind of see why he did it, because he said he didn't want to be
Tied down
referred
to-
to as Rick's, son, and so
Yep.
so he's thinking, going, I don't want to be referred to as his son. He wants his own name so he can kind of get his own legacy.
No, I get it. I mean, no doubt you can't see the Steiner bloodline in him. I mean,
Absolutely
I mean,
right.
it's obvious he's really talented.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you can look at him and see that bloodline from the Steiners like all day long.
Bloodline.
He looks
Bloodline,
he
yeah.
looks just like the Steiners. Like
Oh, yeah.
there's-
Like his
there's
dad and his uncle.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. There's no way going around that.
Mhm.
It's like Solo Sequoia. He looks just like his brothers.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at him like you're
And
like
his father.
"Man, he looks like Jimmy and Jay without a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the younger Jimmy and Jay.
That's
Oops.
that's all it is. Like their bloodline goes on forever. But they actually have another one. I think it might be like the uncle or something. But it's Jacob Fatu,
Uh-huh.
and he actually wrestles on, I believe it's like on the indie scenes.
Hmm.
His name's Jacob
Yeah.
Fatu.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I remember one interview Cody did in AEW. I mentioned Sifa Fato, I think, was another name he mentioned. I think is part of the same family.
Well, yeah, that bloodline runs deep. I mean,
Real
Yeah.
deep. Sort of like High Chief Peter Maivia, and it goes all the way down.
Jeez, they ever get off each other? God.
What
What?
Maybe that-
what I would love seeing is I would love to see like Roman and the Usos go like, nobody can challenge us, and then The Rock comes out, and then Rikishi comes out,
Rikishi, yeah.
and then like Jacob Fatu comes out, and they go, you want to challenge? You got to challenge, because we're the real heads of the table right here.
It'll
And
be
then
the Bloodline Gauntlet match.
Oh, Bloodline. Oh. Bloodline Gauntlet. I love it.
Yeah, that would be
That would be a killer
It'd be
storyline.
Like, take my money.
You could even throw like Naomi in there on the women's side.
Right.
Tamina's there, so you
Tamina,
could
yeah.
like
Tamina,
like
Nia Jax.
Tamina, bring
No, not
bring
Nia.
Nia Jax isn't there.
No,
Bring-
she's out.
you could put Naomi with the Usos and Roman, and then put Tamina with The Rock and Rikishi, and then you could have like
Tamina's not in the same bloodline, is she?
I think so.
No, it's
I
Snooker's
think her
kid.
father married someone in that family.
Yeah, but I believe Tamina somehow is in there.
Is she?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think her mother was a part of that family.
Oh, yeah, you could possibly be right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, and
Well,
then
I had to look.
Steve
I
saying-
read it somewhere on Wikipedia.
Steve saying Fatu is indeed in indie scene. Yeah, so I knew he was. I just couldn't remember exactly where in the indie scene he was, but I know he's kind of roaming around in the indie scene somewhere.
You know, this bloodline keeps going. They could be like the new like NWO. They can have their own show, their own pay-per-view. I mean,
Maybe.
yeah.
You're right, Big B. I just looked up. Tamina is Snuka's daughter.
Yeah, Tamina.
Oh, yeah.
Tamina is related through her father. So, her father married into
Okay.
the family. Naya, on the other hand, has a more direct link to The Rock, which Tamina's father was the first cousin of The Rock's dad. So
Ooh.
so
Okay.
that's why. So that's how they're
What's the tree?
related. Yeah.
So
That's how
Tamina's father was Rocky Maivia's cousin? Or
Yeah.
did you read that wrong?
Snuka.
Okay.
No, that's what
Oh,
it says.
Superfly Jimmy Snuka.
They were the
Yeah.
cousins. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how they're related in that family tree.
Jeez.
The hell of a family tree.
It's a big family tree.
That's
Huge.
just like back in the day when they used to try to get like the family tree of Minnesota wrestlers, like how to connect them all to Minnesota. Now it's like we're all connecting them back to High Chief Maivia, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I told you they all need to get off each other.
Well,
Oh boy.
well, we're at that point now, so we'll go ahead and start to wrap it up. I know you came in late, Big B, but you came in with a few minutes left, anyways.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, but Crispy Bacon, any final thoughts for you?
Thanks everyone for watching and tuning in. Great stuff coming to Coast, and keep tuning in.
All right, and Christy, any final thoughts?
Well, it was a fun show. Thanks for having me on, and I always love coming on here and talking wrestling with you guys. So thank you.
And then Mess Around.
Look, I know we said we were going to talk around SmackDown, but we got off track, and that's just what we do sometimes. So, sorry about that, but it made for a great show.
Yeah.
And don't forget to check us out on the Red Tape Files tomorrow and Four Boroughs.
All right, and then of course Big B, who came in last. Any final thoughts for you?
Yeah, they always said be late, or I forgot what the saying was, but anyways.
Better
So-
late
Better
than
than never.
Better late
Yeah,
than
thank
never.
you. Yeah, better late than never. But no, it was a great show watching it at work. Big shout out to our guy Will Hudson and Top Rope Collectibles. He hooked me up pretty sweet with that little package he sent me. I'll hopefully reveal it on Tuesday Night Mania. I'm having some tech issues at home, so I might be MIA this week, but who knows? So, but thanks for having a great show, guys.
All right, so we definitely want to thank everybody for watching. We definitely enjoy all the viewers that hop on here, and when you leave comments, it makes for a better show. It really keeps it flowing, so we can talk about all these comments that are flowing through here. With that, I am Ace, and this is my crew, and all I can say is acknowledge me. So everyone have a great night, and we will see you next week.